Today, the 7th of April, 2020. Today, now the last day of the 3 days lockdown, we start on Sunday inside Sierra Leone. And within an hour, 40 minutes, the lockdown is over. However, we ask a question. 3 days lockdown. As a country, waiting we learn. Waiting we go take out of this 3 days lockdown. As a country, as citizens, as authorities, as law enforcement agencies, waiting we go take out of the 3 days. So far, we don't do very well in keeping the numbers. We still get 6 confirmed cases. 6 confirmed cases now we still get. And the total number of people were in quarantine at 205. 205. I was a little bit skeptical. I was a little bit worried when, yes, if you listen IRN, if you watch TV, you go find out, say, then they give you updates, say, okay, now 6 we still get, now 6 we still get. However, the Ministry of Information, them page, since this morning, they not put anything there. They only get an update 8:30 p.m. when a saloon time. Because the morning, they cannot give you updates. Even during the day. But there was no updates. Even though, yes, like I said, now radio then the talk say, now 6, but now the way it come out, we know say, for the day, it has been confirmed. So I be the worry, like, I hope say not to surprise the one give you the, like say we get new case this time, then still hold on to the update. But however, we learn say we still keep the number 6, and people in quarantine are only 205 left. Well, we don't try. But not so for we neighbors them. We neighbor them a Guinea. Not to so it be for them. Today, they don't get confirmed case total number of 144. 144, now they don't get a Guinea. And today alone, they get 16 new cases. So some people they say, maybe what happened in Guinea. Now, because you remember when this outbreak, when this virus, when this pandemic, you give any kind of name, corona, COVID-19, begin for spread, you remember say, Guinea then be there on that in demonstration. So there was nothing like social distance. There was nothing like recognizing, say, COVID-19 is vicious, is out there. Then be busy by the political business, so then be deeper. Say the president want to go for a third time, they want to do harm, they want to stay in the office, so then be the strike, then be the up and down. So some people, they say, maybe because of waiting be they happen that day, now so this virus waka, better one, inside Guinea. So then they bring we come to we border. So even though the lockdown they done today, the curfew, we still in that Canberra, that Guinea area, it's still on. From 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. So that one they still they on. Because waiting do, you hear Guinea number. So we save get for open we oju wide. So that we no go be caught off guard. You think say we learn something from the 3 days lockdown. You think so? Well, when we open the line, you go get the opportunity for me to tell you what we learn. But before that, an incident happened today in Mount Oriel. And I always can talk and I say me why I can this alone. That's one thing I don't know, I not get used to anymore. Like we can see security people them, even when they want big lift, they hang them gun there. They try for big lift. Or when they come out to work, they hang them gun, then they go in the house. Or when then they go work in the morning, you see them hang them gun, they go. It's always scary to me. And one of the things then way I can imagine, say, what if happened today? According to, because it's like two different statements. But according to the officer in WEF, and other story the police work with, say the officer come and work, go na house, in gun the middle in lap, one of him fumble, get issue with somebody, can't take the gun for go shoot person. So you think, say, if that officer be left that gun, whosoever I knock out and that incident for happen? But make a hold everything now, yeah? Make we listen how the discussion be go to the IRN. But the first part, now for make we listen on the police point of view, how they feel say they handle the lockdown. From the law enforcement eyes, make we listen from Media One. When I talk for the police then, make we hear waiting it say. This that conversation wouldn't be get na IRN. IRN, na the independent radio network, we can come together during election and during then time where journalists from across the country, they come in one platform for give the news as one. Let me listen to this conversation.
Superintendent Brian Macamago, they give you the overview. He go tell you about what incident we happened in Mount Oriel, and he go tell you about how the police don't put it down they under control. But first, Hassan Koroma and Muhammad Basiru Sanusi, they mean go up at the scene and they mean try for interview people them for know what thing they happen. Then talk to one eyewitness when Ibrahim Kamara.
Iman and company name, yes me. Okay. So I did on. I already fired. What can I do, man? And he called me saying, "Mr. Adam, come on, Momodu don't kill me, my sister."
Where are the Momodu?
Momodu the guy with fire, not to the policeman. Okay. So you man, I decided for calling. I say, "Mr. Adam, come, I can't say that. Momodu don't kill me, sister." Now you come. So who can now? I miss the guy hold the gun. He decided for clear the magazine. He pop, the hold the magazine, hold the gun. So we found another guy inside. I tried for pull the magazine and whatever that you know happen. Another only magazine. Take the magazine gave it to me.
Okay.
So that's a what's that up the magazine now? People they can now they fish say the guy in fire.
The policeman.
Yes. So they can now they take stone, and they take stick there, and they say for pull the gun like hand, and they pull until they go to another whole day. So now they whap up and they knock his stone, they beat and say where they go to. Say where the people they come, they don't even know say that guy they not to fire. Say where they go to. Pass this and if they don't know say this where they count to na fire. Pass this and they will now they never see that guy will do so na fire.
So
this no one I receive.
So as we speak, the post will fire outside now.
Then I'm sure the police here.
Where now? Where am?
He don't run because the guy, what the basic guy, you know he talk say. No, so that guy don't fire, na me fire. The guy no will talk so. So we see now we beat the man, na the run.
Okay, so as we speak now, how the Mount Oriel community take in relation to this issue?
Well, I don't know because they don't ask what happened. So na they are no force.
Okay, thank you.
That's Nabi Ibrahim Kamara, when one of the witnesses, and he made a talk to reporter them. Sidra to Bangura and the officer, he been there around the scene, and then question him and ask him what he see and what happen.
Welcome home. As me begin, can say, Papa don't come, go check him. Come up college and I come. Now me begin and go check him, and I put you gonna. As he put you gonna, that man one for can check him. Why you man got for can check him? Now I say, Mama, put you gun. He settled the effects now. The man just put us on the farm. That's Igbo, you don't kill me. You don't kill me. Say you don't kill me, boy. What you make you go take the gun? Put the gun, the never fetch fat gun. Don't take the gun. Don't the farm, sister. Don't the farm, sister. Our government. And you want this so?
So it's up with the woman wait and shoot now.
They say you don't already. They're in point of death.
Okay. So the person will shoot the woman. What's my name and how are related?
My name Mohamed Kamara. Now me man is family.
So side the now we talk.
Well, you know guys, I don't want away. Now me man no more again point of death back.
So a man now.
Me man they beat her with stone, they knock tip around, they go walk now. They go to well, you know the right outside they go to right now.
How are them beat you, man? Exactly.
Well, now the entire area people then they can beat them. Stone, the boys then in Boston, Paranti. So I don't know if we about.
So what did they ask for now? The government they watch you now.
Well, Papa government so they see me so now they watch me. Yeah. Now sorry for me 5 picking them. I don't get Papa, I don't get Mama. That boy there, I know me Papa, I know Mama. Because now they left cook, they maintain the picking here, I go walk. If he there, he go walk. One next can go walk. So Papa government, now you work that all Papa government. Here are the beguna. 5 white picking there, Papa government. Here, I want to help me, Papa government. That man don't fire me, brother. You don't know about God, he can't take the gun on me money and he fire me, brother. Now me sister, he fire me sister, I take the gun on me money and he fire me sister. Papa government, 5 white picking. I don't get Mama, I don't get Papa. Papa government, I want to help me. You ain't watch me, so Papa, yeah, I want to help me. 40 days lockdown, the end of the lockdown, now this incident happened with me. Now this you see today for this morning, yeah.
Now, the 2 days, we're not hearing nothing, we're not hearing Boku. But this morning, you know, people are afraid way. Some man puts on social media and say, oh, gunshot na kisiod. So some man be a little bit jittery, some man afraid, some man say everything they happen. But they when I mean quick for go there and put her under control. Yeah. But what did me happen up there? Give me small background.
Yeah, honestly, now unfortunate incidents. Today when I did 7. Around 07:40 hours, and I was 20 minutes to 8 in the morning. Whilst within our Rosswood police station, and we had a gunshot from that Mantorial end, you know, and so the SLP team and the AXLAF team, they rushed at the scene, you know, and they meet one OSD, we now John Race say, you know, then get for arrest them, but by the time they arrest them, he already gets multiple wounds. You know, I should say, now the beat way the young man around beat him, and make get wounds today. But wait, the fact of the matter now that we understand, say, come on, walk. And when he come, and be in the living room, but he get in AK-47. So he put him between his legs them. Now they this in cause when Muhammad, the wash coming down, the fed for pulley. The AK, I don't know if you want to do it, and the fed for pull AK-47 between the policeman's legs. So now they get for listening shot and they, you know. So at the end of the day, one of the sister of his wife, this OS man, he get for hit the bullet get for hit and left hand, you know. So he get for sustain a lot of injury. So at the end of the day, himself and Wash and go to hospital, and then they don't try for. Pick around the shells, them 23 shells, and then about 4 live rounds. So the policeman, instead of if they wound them, they get plenty wounds, but we'll still take them to police station because Nain get the rifle. So no matter the situation, now you go for experiment and get the rifle because now they assign the rifle to. So now that's the situation so far. So police now they try for make sure say this Muhammad with the name, we also get hold of him, so that at the end of the day. We go able for delve into the issue for no way to happen. Why you know the policeman, you know the soldier man, you causing common work with counting guns, in gun between legs, you forcefully the car can pull the gun from him. So which means something you must do. Either now against the border, that in causing the when I where's the man, or against somebody else, which something probably boy use for leg, but in border not agree. So they begin fed by the gun.
But this guy they at large now.
Then at that moment he be at large. But we would track him down, no matter what, because it's now a lockdown.
So how what's the situation at the area now? We don't put on.
Well, we able for come we able for talk to the people that they understand the situation. Because it's like initially they don't be understand. And that make us say continuously they fall under OSD. Okay. They actually get good beats. Now they not
in fire.
Yeah, when I get gone.
Okay. So, but let me talk about the community reaction. I mean, is it really correct? Because that man said before lost in life.
Yeah,
you know, for the community people just
not
can't
begin. Not correct. And that mob justice. Yeah. Not fine. Because sometimes even before you know the truth, somebody else would don't die. And you know we put it under life again. And but then beat them. The reality then beat them. So people just take and say probably he used the gun against him, why use the gun against his wife, or maybe use the gun against his wife and sister. You know, so you're not getting a chance to explain really. So it was seriously manhandled.
But what will be your advice, especially on one hand to the community people, then to the security forces where they live, especially the one the way they assign gun to. You will start first with the police. We're gonna they do the same work. Sometimes we know in our house. When I off you go, so we go work all night. Come now, house now. Understand? Sometimes we know in our house, something will happen behind you, you know. So whatever you get, where the police assign them to you, understand? Whether na handcuff, whether na weapon, understand? You get to protect them very well. Otherwise, whatever happen, without the way they assign to you, now you force responsible. We're gonna either assign them to. The secondary possible can be that you force, because where you did in the school, when they teach you how you protect your weapon, how you protect them. So if you say you home, problem don't even take the weapon now you get ammo, you get the store, you go left and you go back home. But we don't want that kind of situation that you also want to protect yourself, because if you work on a net and sometimes you're off, you also need to be armed, because you know this. Bad boys around also, but protect that weapon. Protect that weapon. And then to read the civilians the way they are around, sometimes we ask me why something happen, but you also find sometimes for make you wait, let me allow the law taking course. Because when you go into mob justice, law assume say, Astagfirullah, that boy then be kill him. The later you can't know the story say, not saying him be shoot. Understand? Now, infect now for me that boy, then because they not take the weapon from man for electrocution, in the process, then shot and they all go. You know? Then if we don't say, hey, boy, saloon people and people we somehow religious. Later we don't know the story. Before we go in a small corner, they regret. So for long, they regret after we don't take certain actions. Let we wait. You know, let we allow the law for taking course. The law, sometimes you go say painful is slow. Where they take action. Most times, people like say painful is slow. But at the end of it, we must reach there. Even if you take 1 year, it take 2 years, it take 6 months or 3 months, you go forget justice at the end of the day. So let me know they take the law now you on. But some certain times, because if that way they be kill him, definitely you kill him. You also don't commit offense. You all look at naka. You also don't commit offense. So you see the process of solving one crime, you commit another crime. Now that make police, that make human rights institutions and they against torture, because. You policemen don't go say, I want to solve this problem, I want to solve this crime, they say the end of a commit crime. Because when you torture somebody, you also commit another crime. So you know they take crime for solve crime. You know, those kinds of situation. I mean, I want to interrupt you small. Me not know much about gun. But then, suppose on the other hand, they can talk about the magazine sometime where you're not there on duty, you pull them. You know, that's me for help in any case.
Yeah. Well, if magazine not there, because except if you get a bullet in the chamber, if you don't cock it in the chamber, even if magazine not there, that one day with inside are still dangerous. Understand? But the safer bet. But actually, for the fact that man put that gun between leg, probably so now that's be the try for you now. Understand? Probably for detach the magazine for doing normal NSP, normal safety precaution, and so this thing was well. I'm sure it was well timed. That boy don't they understand? Tell me what they come and the steps what they take. We see what come the moment you put he can't wash pan for country that gun. It means he already knows in border and steps. You know when they do ABC. So something must happen. No make one forget this young man. No get him. Which really go happen. So in absence, would have made offend him. Would then want to do something. We will get all those facts. But the policeman, now we won't person. We're not going to go for left eye. Go there because police that too low with the Bible.
But they get the medical attention.
Yeah, they get medical attention. We get them. But we all discipline regulation 2001 where they look at somebody in conduct, whether you are professional or not. Then you go something happen at it. You get the policeman who investigate. Now two way. They look at the criminal aspect. They will look at the oneself internally for see whether it breach any procedure, any rules. So for now we cannot make a judgment, but we don't take all the exhibits. We don't take all the way to take. We don't process the scene. Then we are moving on from there.
We are moving on from there. We don't take the exhibits. We don't take everything again at the scene. That's not the media one for Sierra Leone police. We say no to mob justice. We know say now one particular thing that the way Sierra Leoneans them quick for take law or for take action we not to their role for take. The slightest example now where you go say you catch thief man, then you say you begin for beat the thief man. The law not permit you for that. The law permit you for handover to the law. But you listen the conversation from Usai start, waiting that first person talk. The first person waiting he say, nah, the guy go, he take the gun from the police, then he begin shoot. The ref and the spokesperson for police then get the same thing, say, the guy not take the gun, now struggle, let me the struggle. But during the struggle, he say them pick up 23 shells them. What mean say, them fire 23 bullets. Now only 4 live rounds now be left. Why is that first man talk say, him pull the magazine from the gun. Him pull the magazine from the gun, him be still get the magazine. But what you they try for pick out now? The mob justice. 2, how safe it is for law enforcement officers them for the gun house with weapon. How safe it be for make law enforcement officers them they gun house with weapon. Because now we see so, if this particular officer they get side for go left the gun, then gonna house. I don't think say this will be happen. And waiting give that family the mind for go and go take this gun from the officer for go user. Let that sink for a little. Because the main question they asked today, waiting we learn from the 3 days lockdown. We get a voice where you don't say we know it is small and it is alone. So make him can tell we waiting him pick out from the 3 days lockdown inside salon. Welcome again, Usman Toli.
Okay, thank you very much, Triple A, and to all the listeners then. As you say, at the salon, don't be here for the last, I would say almost 1 month now, and I observe everything where they happen at the country. And I just want to go straight to the point. I don't waste my time much. I go to the question we asked, what you don't learn from these 3 days lockdown. Well, first of all, now we look at the main objective, what in the whole strategy they're about. And then we go try for answer the question whether they actually achieve the objectives then we then lock down for. One of the main reasons why they bring the 3 days lockdown are for slow down the chain of transmission, not to stop the chain of transmission at all. Because if they really want to the stop of the chain of transmission, it will be 2 weeks. You know, see the incubation period now, 2 to 14 days. But this now for just slow down the transmission. And then secondly, and sometimes some people think it's very important, is the fact that they want to see how they will test the people and whether they will able to cope. Look at some of the incidents and where they happen. Like you talk about this superintendent in story, we come up with, test whether we actually ready for a 2 weeks lockdown. Because we don't want to get 2 weeks lockdown at this country, considering the economic and political situation at the country. So the government wants to see if we will cope with a 2 weeks lockdown. So now one of the main reasons and why the strategists then come up with this idea, or the coordinator come up with this idea. Okay, let me say, one of the good things is that when we observe, so far so good, the official report say 6 confirmed cases, and you said to come. We will go by the Ministry of Health and Sanitation report. We get 6 confirmed cases. And when you observe closely, you find out say most of these confirmed cases come from quarantine. They come from the quarantine people there. So in that respect, one can argue, say, the proactive measure where the government take is very effective. Because then take this proactive measure in order to protect. You find out, say, where government, I think from the 16th of this month, last month, they say no, anybody will can if I go under quarantine. Yeah? So one of the benefits that we get from this, you find out, say, most of the cases that were on hard in terms of COVID-19, they come from the quarantine center. So that shows, say, the strategy where the government take in terms of quarantine, it work. Because imagine if them people had them, they don't left them, they don't go mingle with the population. By now, we're talking about over 100. And we know the speed at which COVID-19 will travel. So in that case, we have to commend the strategy where the government take. It was very, very proactive. And indeed, we're really impressed with that. And you look at the figures then, in neighboring countries like Guinea, as you say, rightly say, last time I checked, they get 144 confirmed cases. Yeah? And today, they get about, today or yesterday, they get 16 new cases. So imagine, if you look at the trend, the way it travel in Guinea, with the way it happen here, you find out, say, we your strategy will apply in terms of quarantine people, especially, say, this sick is imported from, other countries. So the strategy where the government put in place, relatively speaking, you find out, say, it won't. Right? So the issue here is that we know, say, there are a lot of lessons to learn from the 3 days lockdown. But the most important issue here we will learn is that the government, the approach we then take, the proactive measure work. Even if there's a leakage in the system. In other words, we get other people away, we will likely get another system. But this 3 days lockdown will help to slow down the chain of transmission. In other words, where within our ground, at the ground right now, we anticipate, say, there will be another lockdown, possibly another 2 weeks. But the lessons, if we're not listening to His Excellency, the President, Julius Maada Bio, they make a short clip, which I believe most people are not listening to like that. This is a learning curve for the strategist, the coordinator, all the government, the people where they bend this, the whole thing, a learning curve. One of the major issues we experienced during this 3 days lockdown, the water crisis. And I think, say, the first gentleman of the country, when Julius Maada Bio make it quite clear, say, water are the major issue. And imagine if they extend, if they do this for 2 weeks, yeah, we forbid get major problems. And the government know that. You know, they struggle with the basic human needs, water, food. You know, I know a lot of people in the call say, hey, let them make it 2 weeks, 2 weeks. But you feel say straight away, they may make it 2 weeks. You know, it most likely for don't the initial purpose where they may intend that. Because people in the struggle water. As I talk to now, you know, are they a very dark, dark place? I don't get light. So I didn't right now while they talk to us. You know, and the place hot. So, you know, you get to consider all the factors here. Water not the lights not too frequent. You talk about food. Well, for some of you, okay. But what about the people in the villages? I don't say people then will argue. Say, you know, your life and water and identity, you know, which one we come first. But also, forget for members say, water safe in life. Members say, food safe in life. You know, so, but this is a test, a learning for everybody. We're in the country, and next time, when the 2 weeks lockdown they come, official people will be well prepared. And at the same, they come very soon. But for now, it depends, we will say it depends on what are the confirmed cases, subsequent confirmed cases. Now we try for addressing it. Okay, so we'll listen to another lesson we'll learn. Lord, go back to Superintendent Rama Kamara, then we'll story in a month. We will look up in a month. You know, one of the lessons that we'll learn again, especially in terms of the security personnel, the police, we'll see a lot of incidents will happen at the street. You know, I feel say, you know, in cases like this, I don't know why the government will allow, you know, the personnel them for worker with well-loaded gun in the personal street. When I don't say security issues, you know, to allow people to walk around with well-loaded guns in the personal street, like say, you know, I don't say very major incident, but we want to war will involve arms and ammunition. I feel say, therefore just don't increase just don't let the security personnel and go in groups, walk out, patrol the street in groups, getting tear gas or what other minor, you know, ammunition. So this now one of the reasons why we see this incident will happen at Montorial, where although people then will argue again, say, you know, if that gun self not be there, if that man be one too bad, if they still run, go take other thing, he do what he want to do to that woman. But again, you go argue, if this man not be all this gun and well-loaded gun, he in group, maybe they work in group, because I saw with the scene at the first war, we didn't tell they happen, police then they in group, you know, they work you want, you know, so see what happened to her. You know, if they're in group, maybe the next or 2-3 man will say, no, not all this man does this here. When I left him, you know, that they will stand for him, say, look, you know, not all this man, but when I want. So as a security personnel, we ask the police, when it happen, learn for sending people here, not to one, at least 2, 3 for worker together, not to singularly, you work, you want the personal street. That's a lesson where officially the police temple will learn from what did not happen. So. And the other thing again also, where I just want, before on the left one, you see, the whole issue about this COVID-19, we therefore be careful. It might not be too destructive in our country, because it looks like we don't learn a lot from what happened from Ebola. You see, but we therefore be careful with what happen, and we need foreign countries. Guinea, for example, we know the kind of relationship we'll get between we and Guinea. Guinea is like we are twin sisters, right? And if you, the man we don't travel between the two countries here, Guinea and Salon, you don't pass now the borders them. You get porous borders, no matter whose security for them, no matter whose mentions. I forget about the coffee day. No, anybody who don't travel between Guinea and Salon don't travel. You know, all them borders they because I know they do business and they get you know the activities that will happen at them business. You just pray God for let any of them country not become seriously affected. I'm worried about the number where they go up in Guinea and it gets a big time impact on the country. Make no mistake. Yeah, today as we talk, we get about 144, I think.
Yes, 144 in Guinea.
144 in Guinea. And when you see when COVID-19 reached to that stage, yeah, the found say the speed at which they go is unbelievable because the chain of transmission, one can infect more than most people left. So if you say, 144 times 10, so you work it out. So that number there, at the initial stage, what is more important about this disease? That initial stage, that first number, we get, if we try to minimize that number. As soon as that number they pass a given number, say 10, 15, you will see the number they go up exponentially. I think say negative. This is why we have to be very careful. And the one of the arguments we I think Tony Blair put forward is about the way the entire world approach COVID-19. He believed to a very large extent that if we don't be like a multilateral approach, countries that don't come together and take a simultaneous decision on the way, So one of the lessons where the whole world learned from this COVID-19 is that countries that learn for the work together, in order for fight any kind disaster and any kind disease. Similarly, we expect the sub-region. I mean, when I talk about especially Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, talk about other countries like Gambia, and therefore try to come up with a strategy, a common strategy, that is sub-region, how they will tackle this issue. Because I tell you what, these countries are interlinked, no matter how you look at them. They happen in Europe. Where it happen now one European country, you see this spillover, it just spike, the number spike, So in a similar token, I feel say the African, West African countries, the sub-region come together with a common strategy, common approach, how they will deal with this issue, rather than that a unilateral approach. I think say, go help with. This is why I'm worried about that number when they go up in Guinea exponentially, because make no mistake, what's in the happen in Guinea now, they get big time impact, with what's in the happen in Salon. Forget about the curfew, forget about all the other measures that we don't take. There is always a way out. I know because I did talk to business people in Aya, they still go Guinea and they go buy them business. How then they do them, how then they go, how then they come. They know where explain to you. But it's happening. It's happening. The borders them porous. Guinea, Liberia, Sierra Leone. Make no mistake. Yeah? The borders them, and they tighten them. In fact, then they just create an incentive for people for do otherwise, if you know what I mean. For play their own tricks them. But don't make no mistake. This thing is still happen. So we therefore try for call on the governments for letting look for a multilateral approach in the sub-region. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli, all the way from Freetown. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Well, now, Usman Toli, you don't say the Yerida voice there. It is alone, and I believe say you don't listen waiting it all not table. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this is Patrick Dominion for US.
You get the platform, sir.
I mean, the lockdown, they go well right now, Salo. Everything goes smooth. Just that, now they just a small problem. You know, in like that incident between the police and the civilian. You know, one thing, Salomon, as we're Sierra Leoneans, not so even Sierra Leone, make us say Africa. Africa in general. We always let for take with law. Now we own hand. I mean, we not say the police don't do bad, or maybe do, you know, it get fault one way or the other, but they're not for don't just go. People they're not for just go, they go to beat in case that police them with that. That same kind of incidents them it don't happen in Ghana. I don't know if you remember 2 years ago or 1 year ago, in Ghana, one soldier man he go to one village, he made on a patrol in the worker because na strange face, he made in a civilian clothes. The jog, you know, people that go say and armed robbers, they say things that don't make the lost na the village. The whole soldier man, they beat them, kill them to death. That video they go on social media, they go viral everywhere. And the president of Ghana take action against them people. They arrest them, all women involved and charge them go court. That is innocent man, young man, they kill him for nothing. Left in family, young family be a young woman with 2 picking there. Now the same kind of incident because they don't investigate very well. Now so this thing can't go the man or die. Now say for me don't happen there for me just kill him for nothing, left in family they be. We not say yes, police there that they do 1 or 2 things, but when somebody, even if not his man say somebody do something bad, how do they do all the posse? Let me hold and put on door, ask a question. If not, I call the police there. Let me they get 8 man there at the area there. They get 8 man there. They get youth man there when 8 man there when they supervise the people there. Therefore don't come. You know, they get counselor there. When they don't come like that, they say, okay, what is when I hand over the man do not beat her, nobody not touch him. Let we call the right incompetent policeman, they let the car investigate this thing. At least that for me don't solve the situation. I make as a man, as a counselor, as whatever you did in a community, now some of them think they are. Because if you don't evidence, you rush you put that under control. You know, I mean the people they not do well. They not do well at all. We not they say because police they do people the bad dynamic before they take the law then our own hand. I mean that man did that for me, don't kill him for nothing. You know, and the lockdown to go well as Usman told so who that knows that they can continue for extended. You know, like for like this thing now happen, policeman they say begin revenge. Because when it happen in Ghana, the soldier man they believe me when they read that news, they go to that village, they when we didn't arrive, they lock down the whole village township. Begin the arrest now, beat now, would that not make the part of it now because they have me one. Now this situation not happen. We know we salon police then as small thing and they provoke them. Men not provoke them now, they say, oh, the people that now they kill we or they beat people for no reason. Begin go to deal with people that are the village, then are the town then, we not even know nothing about anything there. You know, they will use the opportunity or the perceived advantage on people that say now lockdown, even if you do small things. Now then they will try for avoid. Lockdown is very good. The president need for come on the air. Therefore, talk to people that say anybody where the case they do that kind of thing and they let the law better. I mean, if wherever the person don't do, you know, therefore investigate. A man, counselor, and therefore now the community. For bring peace between the police and the civilians. If something happen, if policeman can in the area, he want to do something, he contact the counselor or a man there. Say, okay, now this person is social, that the man go handle the situation. But if they left them kind of thing, they want to take law, you know, now your hand, mob justice and all this. Although former, present person, we don't talk about before, I know I call the person's name. And let people, they're not hacked by that, you know. But we just decide we left for they be law abiding city as presidents don't say we don't abide the law throughout this lockdown. Let we continue that level threat this the coronavirus let go away. May not begin to create more problems again because of that. That I don't mean left to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you. Yes, caller ID live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Hey, this is Janet Mathamusa, the call from the United Kingdom.
You get the platform, Janet.
Yes, we listened to all the talk today about what happened and treating, about the 3 days lockdown, and then the incident we happened in Montoria, the ordinary people in reaction to a gunshot and stuff like that. When you look at all of these things, one thing where you ask today, what did we learn from the 3 days lockdown, the 3-day lockdown we didn't get? And the one thing where you go realize is that what is central to all this conversation, the lack of certain things, and like say, we talk about water, and we don't know, say, we're not human beings. You can stay without food for days and days, you still survive. But without water, first of all, dehydration, the setting. When I see that behavior today in Montoria, where that man try for put one in board in hand or whatever for whatever you want to do with them, the first thing that came to my mind was it suffering from dehydration? Because when you do under dehydration, your behavior become chaotic. That's something we have to look at. So what does this mean? This means to say, government, they plan for, say, 14 days for day in lockdown. The government will begin to look at how to engage the headman in each community. Let's take Waterloo, for example, that we boss come out, like AAA code. Let's say Waterloo, you get the community here, like that previous scholar just say. You get the headman them, you get councillor in an place and the government need for engage them people in the, engage strong young man in that community. They will say, well, we're going to lock down for 14 days. But each community head, council, and strong volunteers, where they go from, place to place for the upper people and do, and food and stuff. Because, we just understand, say, European Union give government $7.5 million. But they don't get other money that we don't trickle in. So the whole idea when they say here is that we got to look properly at the people and behavior and the services that we're available. Like when they say, the last day when we get Ebola, I don't think so they may get 2 weeks lockdown. What they had was maybe 3 or 5 days, or the highest would have been maybe 7 days. I'm not sure, but 14 days, between three to, they say between 3 to 5 days. You're not drinking proper water, dehydration is setting period, and people and behavior will become chaotic. So it is for, if anybody there out there when they listen to this program, so for begin say, well, let government, even the president says to say, say what's an issue. Before they go into that lockdown day, when they engage, when they get a meeting with each community head them, with the council or with they represent them in that area day, for able to get into the understanding, say, because we didn't know with the lockdown area. For me now, I get person the way to the right and say, okay, Miss Butler, if you need food or you need water, nobody will help you. Please let us know. We go buy them send it for you, California, you don't. We don't go, you can't collect them. So we are saying here, you get certain people that we go afford these things with ease. You get the one that we not go afford them. We try to prevent coronavirus. At the same time, we don't let people die back, So we have to create a balance. As you said, the president, the way forward, this 14 days is to be looked at with critical eye. To say, well, we have to provide some of them here before we go into a lockdown. Maybe a community setting where people get meetings and say, well, you know what, we're not also family. How about those, like, for example, the one day where they where they na street. We saw how them police and beat man on street. There was no to protect that guy, Not even the policeman and get his sense say, this man, something must be wrong. Because, the way they react, then left-handed and clear out. It was so sad to watch that. So, but having said all those things, if you say the government, the councillors in that area, they headman them, they forget meeting. Each community, they forget meeting, So I think to say, I don't want to keep others waiting, but I think to say government really get a meeting there, so a day in, day out now until they talk about 14 days. We don't want at the end of 14 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Janet. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, hello, and my name is Mohamed Sise. I call from Germany.
Yes, Mohamed, you get the platform.
I just want to tell everybody thank you, and I also feel I'm actually the police, where they meet, really good because, people therefore think them people are the sacrifice for the country. If whatever, anything that happen in that country, now the people that are away the sacrifice. But if it's somebody, come on, okay, tire, you do it and go on, then you go come out all the way, come fit them. What you want to do? It means you get a bad plan, But we just thank God, where God make, at least nothing will happen with them, We just thank God. So please, me at the beg, the government for take a serious action against them people there, because obviously, me self where they talk to me, I'm Montreal, I born, I grow up. I so doubt where the incident I written in Montreal. I'm really surprised because, if it's something happen, before ever you take a decision, try for let you know exactly what really happened. If you don't know, then you just go mix. Then tomorrow, if they arrest you, that means you find problem for yourself. And the only thing back I get for say again, please, this and Guinea, Sierra Leone border, when up this Pamalap, please, I just beg, that place there, I think them for lock they down, for let people really get chance for go Conakry and come back because the cases are still high. Because if they allow that area, I think we're going to get more pressure now the country. Okay. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, Mohammed.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, Triple A, this is Abubakar call from UK.
You get the platform, Abubakar.
All right. I say thanks to you as the CEO of Sarah Network for you a live update of what did happen at the country. So we tell you plenty thank you. That's a very, very good thing we all look forward to. The first thing we will learn from this lockdown, now, Salon, we know say, all man they cry, say, team Ganga, but now so it will be. And that we say, thanks to the government, because of the measures they wouldn't put in place, the measures they work correctly, because as they see, all the cases that we get, we identify at the present moment, when are 6 cases, they all come up from the quarantine side where people they put people and then observe them and wait and see how things are run. So if we've not been putting things in place, definitely if we don't get more cases, because then people are all for running out of hand. Then we tell the president thank you, because he not to leave the president with his own house. Sit down, relax. Instead of commodity lockdown, he drive from his host all the way to Lompa, as he say, and they don't see waiting. Now the constraints of the Australians and the people. I mean, they go during the time of the observation. You see, small beginning walk around the city with rubber. Them they look for water. So you see, this now a side where you don't see, don't land. He lands, you don't see. Then on the way back, you see people them when essential workers and when we see them, we need their service, and they struggle for transport for go back. Now them please they know so well this na side way in it for correct. So now we say thanks to God because this president the apostle really listen and the apostle really observe. They really do his job as he's supposed to do. So we tell him plenty thank you for that. You do well on that side. Then let me come to this mob justice. I think we need to educate the people of Sierra Leone, just like we educate them about this Wasan and for let me put things in place for let this signal escalate. So in this case, we need to educate them back, say, look, anything we get for do with the police, let the ordinary people and can get involved. Because look at this situation. We are in this guy, says a camp with a weapon. Then somebody go grab him. They don't know what really happened. Then just come, all in camp, and see this man and the police man will get this weapon. All man jump on him. This is wrong. Let me try for educate for people and let them stop this. Team way na the law for take in cause, let them left everything at the law inside let take in cause. You na a civilian, enough for get involved on that kind of issue they ask for, not correct. Let me try for educate them, please. And then we will do just like how they do for educating people right now, how this sick they come, this not a way good, and they will assign this. They can educate them back on that. Say, look, even if not thief man say the case not speak. If they say thief man, let them hold them, then let the police and take the thief man come on a police question them and do the right thing. Let them not get involved. We don't say time and time again inside Africa, what is a thief? The people outside in the community know safe. So they will beat the person technically to a point of death. All them things they are no good. So let we leave this mob justice is not correct at all. We not in favor of that. Then again, the president don't see Guma Valley. AYV needs to go ask the Maori in charge of Guma Valley, right? The overall boss regarding the much car they buy for him for run the system. And look, that type of car where this man is driving at the capital, just within the vicinity of Freetown. Then look how people they suffer for water. The people don't get water and they know they act. So this now a point of correction. They need to correct this now. And I make way AYV one for going interview about he totally block them. He say no, he blank no one talk to them because of waiting. Don't ask them. The interview will be doing interview about Amotka. So this now a learning curve. Please let them provide them for water for the people. If they lock you down, not get water, that lockdown won't be effective at all. Because now the reason why we see people in common at it, because they don't get water at all. And I believe the government, this is a very big learning curve for them. They don't know now, yes. Okay, now if one lockdown, let make Salwako, Guma Valley, let them locate certain areas that will say people they really suffer for water. Then they bring big bounce at them while the police and go there around for monitor how this, because this social distance is very important. Let people not come overcrowded because they see water, all they can fit. So if then they observe the process, they can even draw a line, like we say at supermarket now. If you want to go shop at supermarket, but you think twice. Because you have to observe this social distancing. So the same thing, we can apply the same thing as salon. If they can't drop water now, police are going for control the crowd, make sure see, after this person, the next person go. So I believe that go work. Then one thing I want to suggest, this a suggestion, because I feel the government for look into this. This incident will happen with this police officer. I believe if this police officer go work, he come out work, if they make a mandate to say, okay, wait a minute, if you left your weapon now, you don't go with them, or you left your uniform. I believe that problem will not for get them at all, because if you left your weapon, but that not happen at all. And will not get that, mandatory for say they left your weapon before you go out. Because look at them. Then, like you said, the police officers, them wait to make the no one left that gun, they no left the uniform on that side, because the one when they go to the house, then they pay nothing for transport and just say, with a big for a ride. As a stretch around and say, oh, this is not policeman, they not get for pay. But it can happen, say that gun themselves, you don't fully loaded. So thinking make by mistake, it can, like public transport, anything can happen. Well, look how fast that way this incident happened, how many rounds the team fire. Imagine if in a very overcrowded place, it would likely kill 2-3 people without even nobody knows, okay, this will happen. So I would beg the government, let them look into this. If they get away, let them, the police them after they're off, let them put them weapon aside, we be say, lock down that side, when he come back from Kawuk, he come, he sign for them, they give you weapon. I believe it's now one of the things that way government for look into, please. Now, we will take that for tonight. Thank you very much for giving me the platform for what they happen. And at the same time, I will, regarding the contribution, what they say for contribute for law of self-help, because we don't need to do the talking, they would need for do the, we need for act now. So if not small self-person, they're laying with the give. Now, me the request for let them send me the link on PayPal that we will do wherever little I able. Then I will send me on to that side.
Okay.
So I will take that for tonight. Thank you very much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Albaka. I'll go contact you. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yes, caller, you did live on air. Your name and who side the call from?
Hello?
Yes, you did live on air. Your name and who side the call from?
Yeah, good evening, brother.
Yes, you're live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
My name is Stevens. I call from Italy. I call from Italy.
You get the platform. What's my contribution?
My contribution towards the topic of the night due to this lockdown of the country. Me actually, what me observe, I mean, people that me want to talk to as an advice. You see, we don't see plenty audios and videos and don't go around, and we don't watch news or whatever. Even waiting yourself be on the talk. But me concern actually now the behavior of the people them. The people them really, it don't show. See, this lockdown it show for me. See, we people are not really ready for take order. You know, the indiscipline is too much. The indiscipline is too much. For example, even we say we did na so like na this Italy we did the where government announce it for lock and everybody for stay. You know, not a normal life, not a normal time again. Then in that will people then for try to understand say when sick like this don't this so na the country. Nothing not get for day normal for una na the place. Until things become better, then una will live on again, una continue una life there with whatever una be done later. Now the same things have to go through now. Lives are not normal for this 2-3 weeks who don't they almost over a month now who this who inside who's there. But like me problem is we all know say everybody in our salon know say water now one big problem, one major problem in the country. That one day everybody know. From time immemorial, we know say water business is really difficult in the country. The leaders have really tried. They really do actually for they're able to make sure say water supply day na the place. But if they don't tell you say 3 days, and I believe say notice beyond day before ever people really come out for say you know everybody forget this lockdown preparation at least minimum for don't day. But my own concern is the first day where they lock, the first day, that very Sunday, they do clean Monday, people then go out in numbers again for go look for water. As if they're not even prepared for just a single day. Now this is my own problem where I really get with the people there. Yes, although the water problem is really in the country. But if you get 3 days, they don't notice you for 3 days for look for water, for like we will save yourself small. If you don't use 10 batter water, at least reduce them for them 3 days then. So you will able to save yourself small. So me, I just advise that they talk to people there, not a normal time. This sickness we don't in the world. So now time this way we all get for put your hand together and you know take the law there. Let we really behave as mature people and let we come together because people then it's really difficult the way I be don't see how people they behave now in the city, you know, how people they go around, people they do things. The water is important forget. But just one day, the next day, the day where they lock, the next day they do clean, people then they go out again, open door for look for water as if they're not be even prepared for the first day. I mean, this time I'm your concern, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Patricia, they call from New York.
Yes, Patricia, you get the platform.
Because I just can't, people then they talk about policeman and water business and salon. There is any way where they can for expand that dam na salon for the population where did they, or there is no way for do that because all the people then they cry about water business and the population don't too much na the city when a free town. If anyway they for me they extend a dam there so people then would be able to get water. Or if they're able to do they make the people there then they walk at the Guma Valley for the go and put them big tank them for put water there for people there for me then they get them. Because it seems like say that's not a big issue where they come up where they say then they lock up people then they talk about that. And I think I heard briefly about the policeman. I don't know if maybe get gone or whatever happened. The police them, I don't see any need. If they know they go for war fight or anything, then for the worker with gun, if they're not off, when they left the gun there in their office, we go back, go work, there is time for it and pick them up. And the way the population, they, as they say, they can be for go on public transportation. If them thing and they somebody jam, they find. Okay, explode a yarn and kill people there unnecessarily. So them thing and they I think say them for the try for enlightening people they made them know what then they do. Then me on take today now for more about this water business where people then they talk every day. If there's any way for the help the people in Sierra Leone for me them get water. If pump not go able to run outside, may them put them big tank them for put water there for me people then they go get her. Now me on take that. For today.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, bye.
Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who you call from?
Yeah, my name is Margaret Sisse. I call from Australia.
Yes, Margaret, you get the platform.
Yeah, my own contribution towards this lockdown and staying at home waiting the experience. I think that the government, may get better planning towards this. It's good, yeah, because for prevent this virus not for spread in Africa, because Africa we know that well equipped like first world. But they should have done something better, like prepare some plans ahead, like water. There's no water. They should make sure say water is available for people. Like. Then light this sufficient. Because for lockdown, just staying at your house, it's just like you don't dead, you're inside coffin. African, their own law, they can take into hands, their own hands. Nobody know for go outside. Nobody know for go on the streets. It's just like in prison. So the government should have done something better, put something in place. Make sure that there is water for the people. Make sure that there is light for the people. Make sure that, like people, even when they do business, make sure that they well get time with, even now, even the lockdown, they to allow people to sell, to do their business, but give them time. Like this time in the morning, people can go out and do their shopping. And before so time, people should close down and go home and go stay in their house because this virus is so dangerous. It's dangerous. I know in Australia, I see how they kill people. If you hear so where they are first world, they're not able to solve by yet. I think that Africa, they will still continue the lockdown, but in a different method, different way, so that people can get access to go out and do their shopping and come inside house again and get time morning hour. People they sell in the market morning hour 9-10. You don't go for sale because it goes back for the economy. Because if they lock down out the Africa with their backward, we not to compare every part away they now. If we compare ourselves, make we look at the advantage side and disadvantage side. Where we make money still the flow. Like a clothing, people where they sell clothes, they will stop them. People where they sell food, they allow them to sell. Particular time to close down. Petrol station, chemists, then nurses, then they for all for operate. But they forget time. They not put there all day in the street, no choke in the street. Make distance day. That can help this virus. Because if you not stop here yet, Africa is not done yet to make we expect that not done yet. This now just the smoke now with this. Because so I see how they kill people then here. I see how people and they die now, how family they die, nurses then they die. There's some friends where the nurses them. Where they go, they come back. So Africa, these 3 days is not enough, but the government get big part for play. The government get big part for play. Me not to party fan. Me wait I care for that the people's safety because Sierra Leone that they are born. That they me family then come on, then kill me family then. I don't go call name no more. But I make some of we will get opportunity for them at this country here. But we want the government to play big part. Make provision for people. Like we know they go work, but we get paid. But yonder is not possible. And people then Africa yonder, then daily living, they survive for the next day. So government for look into that also. Because why poor people go there when they work, they get salary, they lock them down just like that. They struggle even for water for drink, they struggle. The water when are very important for save their life. They're not able to get the water for the wash their hand. This doesn't make no sense. At that time, a contribution. The government still get for lockdown, but a different way. Because first world, not done it. There's still a struggle.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and who you call from, please.
Concern Sierra Leone from Australia.
You get a platform. No bad. You get a platform, sir.
One thing I want to tell you all, thank you, especially you, really give up your time for educate the public and bring live information for we, the audiences around the world. And you make we come very close to the country. The problem we the face in Sierra Leone has been a very, 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 very long problem since even when not even born we it or never we didn't even plan for born we it after independence. Within the white man then left with we were able to manage them well. Then when we left them become deteriorated. We no repair services then when the white man then left we after independence. And that's what is manifesting today in this kind of situations, from the Ebola to this COVID-19. And let's make no mistake, it will be very difficult for the government plan when a pandemic, especially like for the provision of water, we will not be ever the good NCR for ourselves as a nation for developed areas there. As you always say, if one government they can say, no, we fix water problem, this now we own mandate for try to accomplish. Look at a country, a city, Freetown, very small, almost surrounded by water. And when you look at people, two line with 5 gallons before even this incident of the COVID-19, you wonder if not like Ethiopia, where the drought be in like Ethiopia. You see people with 5 gallons, like a country within a desert. Hence, we don't know to a desert. That alone is a shame. Not a shame to we as a nation. Look at Freetown, the Atlantic Ocean. You get the rivers, the waves almost very close to Freetown. We're not able to provide water for our citizens then. If this thing we're in our water, we're able to provide them for our citizens. What else will we able to provide for our citizens? That's the fundamental question. And people are waking calls, the people in get right for. I don't say water business not a challenge. Government past and present don't say water not a challenge. Why not try to fix this thing? That they tell you how careless we are as a country. Very, very careless. The basic fundamental way now water will able to provide them for citizens. Then what else will we able to provide for citizens? Tell me through my brother. Nothing. Promises, government after government, they can go. The problem still unresolved. Then how long will continue for this kind of mess? And this thing not going for end like pandemics, epidemic. These are things the way they happen because bacteria and viruses they mutate, they multiply, they take different shape or form, they cause different strength. And this will not be the last. And this has happened from centuries and centuries and centuries back. Where a pandemic will come or an epidemic they can wipe a whole generation of a society or a group of people eliminate them. The fundamental question here is, then we put pressure on the governments, they made them fix this water problem once and for all. It has taken too long since after independence. We do not get any other option. Therefore, try to fix the water system. This rationing of water in another small city is very, very, very unpatriotic to the people there. Now, a disadvantage to the citizens of Sierra Leone. You can find out that the only people who get opportunity for get water supply are people away in the upper class. Where they get water bounce out, they can't pay, they can't deliver water, not them interpret. I go to Freetown, I live in some of these places. That's what happened. If you not get that means they forget for other water bouncer for come put water and you tank. You go there as you see, so say forget water say for what's not trouble. So now we look at a nation, now we try to fix this water problem, more especially in Africa, the capital city. And when say again, we want to educate people. They crazy theories they will get now WhatsApp. That's 5G. They roll enroll 5G. Even at the West here, people they get crazy theories and they will not get any scientific proof. Will not get any correlation with viruses and the activities of viruses. That is complete myth and crazy theories. And the more we continue for spend and disseminate the information, and now so people need to take the disease seriously. Oh, but it's also virus. Now 5G and rule and make the thing they say a virus. How you go look at a wave of a network? A wave of a network when a wave where they send signal. Forget the telephone. How does that get to do with virus? Where scientifically proven has been seen in microscope. People in deep and work day and night for look at the behavior of this virus, how actually it affects the respiratory system of the human being. Then we, the administrators and people who disseminate, then crazy theories and they say, now the 5G network, and then they make this virus, now they create virus. How 5G network, they create virus? Common sense. How a network wave, they create a virus? These are two different things then. No, not even near, no, not even close. They're not even close. So some of them theories that we need for land for debunk them. At the end of the day, as the people that absorb the information here, then they take the disease serious. The measures the way WHO they give to people around the world, then they take them serious. And also the disease will continue for spread. Because people are getting crazy theories there. There is a whole program in Channel 7 in Australia where scientific camp and debunk the things in a complete crazy thing. And not only Africans the move. White man and self disseminate. One woman in England, they attack one man. What are you putting underneath that? The man in 5G. Do you know the use of this 5G begin attack the man? Because all the photos they are around the world, one pole in England where people are born down, they're still at the 5G network. So not only Africans and then theories there, people they take them for be granted. Even the Western people they believe on that. So we need for educate to people, and 5G network has nothing to do with COVID-19. And with the advice again, people who take the law into their hands, that is undone. We condemn that to the strongest term. And again, the police then for be very civil. If people are trained for water, the police then get for be. These are the problem, training. This would happen, so the police will come back at the drawing board and look at what will happen at this scenario. People then come up for can't get water. You get to ask the police in the training. What is for be responsibility if you be a citizen, the constraint for water? What is for be your role? Those are questions for the group and training. Get a projector, get all the video clip here, do training for next time so that people will learn from this. Make them get multiple tasks, they make them use their own common sense. If you see a civilian, your own citizen of you being a police, being a security officer, you see people in the camera also for thief, but for can't fetch water, what is for be your responsibility? Your responsibility there is for organize them. Organize them, say, look, we're not on the face constraint for water. Do not day in line, not day distance apart. Make them get water one after the other and go to their houses. Somehow they say 3 days I don't get it. Some man, if you go to a free zone, some man a room now 1.5 gallon, it gets where they put water for drink. And 3 days, so say get for what? So say now that 5 gallon, no, you don't go get that day, you don't wash the next day. You just get for come back for camping water. If you go to a free zone to somewhere in the room, now 5 gallon again at the room. Most of the houses in a free zone, so say now 1 gallon, 2 gallon, and some man get it. Some man get picky, get for washing picking there. So say, Kumbrade, they get for washing picking up there. That could be enough. It not going to be enough. There comes the responsibility of the Sierra Leone government. We will try to fix this water problem for the people in Africa. If not, this problem will continue to happen over and over and over and over. In fact, we have for learn a lesson. Now, COVID-19 don't come at the wall. The borders are at the wall. All long closed. We are at the top where the government people then, both past and present. We will try to fix the healthcare system. This is another wake-up call for Sierra Leoneans, the way at the top where they control the people. We will try to fix the healthcare system. Any big man sick right now in Freetown, you not get chance for car overseas. Borders are all closed. Overseas have the sick base and not do for the people. So this is another wake-up call how we for take with healthcare very serious and try to train a lot of nurses there and doctors them. This is a wake-up call for now. As like any big man will sick right now in Freetown, we not get no way for can any time for can take treatment. So go there, the healthcare system we provide for the people now they get for go manage. That's not your message. Arrest the case. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
My name is Serafina. I come from Tennessee. My contribution today to the topic, there's a very important people, they don't talk, when a very important message is sent. Some callers and say the government to do a good job. And one thing I just want to say, what don't they on top of the ocean? Nobody not get to worry about the sea. No matter how the sea look nice, the weather going to be rough. Like we don't rough, but we all. Within Naya, you want to do under the only thing we will get right now, like you people really bless you for make this program for us. The government, they audit the people then waiting for do, then tell them waiting for do, and the people then respond. All Sierra Leoneans have been watch one video where the city was so clean. You know, they respond. Anyway, the people, they respond. Some people, they say some people, they don't prepare. They're supposed to prepare for one day. Like what this last caller just said. Some people, then they wouldn't believe, even bucket, get up. Now rent, now let it they go lent and to company. You do what you get for do. You go gear and back. Some people who sat in the sleep, they're not able to pin the two container water. Now that place, they say they pray for people. Now daily operation, then get where they don't use them today, tomorrow they're ready. Some people then get 5, 6, 7, they don't keep. We just need the big everybody, let everybody calm down. Lord, just talk to people and Lord, beg the government, because this kind of thing, like what the people then they talk, the water is very important in our human being life. Because now something way they use daily, we no get count. Look what they say for what time, for us one. We no get 2, 3 containers in our house. And they can lock you down. The one green bucket we get that water, you don't use them. You go to wash them frequently. No, you don't. Because you don't get water. You don't get water. And that thing there, would they just beg the government, please? If you didn't be able to put water, every section, which side the water needed the most. Because not to all parts of it, some people then get water well at the house. Some people they meal the talks and get one at the house. And some people they get, some people they don't. So we just beg them, please. They don't do good job. Where they don't make the city or everybody don't respond to them. That's a good thing. But may they look to the other thing again about the water issue. May they give water to any section where the water needed the most. Which side they don't need them, that's not to complain. But which side if you say, oh, this area, that's also them pan body there. Oh, people then go need the pump no there. Then go need water now. They make that section then they. That's one thing. 2 things. 3 things. What would they talk about? What day naya and they would day naya. We now will get the headache. For lay it lock ground pick inside hole. If you don't lock this hole, it go bust another hole. We don't lock this hole, it gets to go bust this hole. So it's a tough thing now. That's a battle now between the government and the population because they're not used to this thing. Then they see would they talk of people and they die for some people they don't even get television, they don't even get radio, some people they even listen to anything. So it's a tough, thing between the government, we and them. But no way will come together. But now I just talk to people and what we they help. You Triple L, if you get any program where you don't put into place like what that caller been say, long way they give you penny, who go able to help them. Me, if I get any little thing, trust me, I will able to contribute for like if you able to help them, you want to help them. For gloves or for water or for anything, just contact me. I will give you your little big contribution. Now this now I get today for the platform. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Sophie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on air. You name and who side you call from?
This is Hard Knocks. I call from Sweden. First of all, my contribution, which I want to say thank you to you, Tripoli. I want to say thank you to Tripoli because they make you know beaucoup. And I want to just say thank you very much for that. And then, to my second point, I did talk on this lockdown. The first point on the lockdown about the water business. One thing what I have to say is that Sierra Leoneans sometimes we can be unjust between ourselves. As some people then they talk, there's another point, yes, they say someone and one girl will get an hose and all that. But what I have to say is that if we say we look to all them problems, and if you want to look to every man in problem, the lockdown is not going to work. Because majority carries the votes. We don't say yes, people in the suffer, it's not easy. And we all know, say, everybody wants to talk to know, say, water problem, electricity problem in Sierra Leone, it is not today. It is not today. You understand? So what we need for do, we just need to talk to the government, at least make them try to do something. But the kind of have some people then can they talk like say, that the government are in fault, and these people are just in power for just 2 years. What about those who have been there for 10 years? We not get for so get for Gifa and back post something and you have people then they talk, they make you get for count reference. You understand? So and then thirdly, the social distancing. I don't see anything from the social distancing. I don't think say people in the practice and well. Especially like people that they go for go get water. if even when they go for Google water, say they say not come out, but they're able to conduct themselves. The problem with Sierra Leoneans is that we are lawless. There is lawlessness in the country. People cannot conduct themselves. What's how they answer now overseas? Nobody know they tell nobody. Social distancing, nobody needs to know. But you party safe, we should know yourself, and they're going to safe distance. Because we are not going to safe, and you understand? When I try for a year, at least for reduce the sick. But in Sierra Leone, I not see that they happen. Because like, go watch AYV certain place, then they will then go to. You see people, the crowd so for water, people they forget to sick day. Yes, you're going to get the water, but let them conduct themselves properly. And then the other thing, you cannot be happy with how the policeman in Sudan be able to meet people, then they get water. You can't seize the rubber and go. All them in need for do at that 10 day, I just feel say they say need for conduct the people, make them get some distance between themselves and everybody take them and go home and talk to them and say, okay, this is okay, we'll not come out again. But for them go and kick the rubber and so when they go and seize the rubber, then they not tell well. And I see them when they beat one other young man again. You understand? You can't beat somebody like that because they say make you not come out, come out. Take them to law. You understand? Arrest the person. Can go before the courts of law, let the court do what people do. But for the beat and the kick and so it is wrong. They don't have to do that. We are no more in the, how am I going to say, in the NPRC days or whatever, you know. Now we have democracy. Although people then sometimes think you want to use the democracy as another point for create problem and all. But then military personnel and police officers, they are law-abiding people and they're there for enforce law. So they need for no waiting for do. And I feel say the Sierra Leone police and the Sierra Leone soldiers, they need to give them like a caution, they need to give them like a training, like how to handle people. Because it's like always for beats and kick people. That's what we've been seeing since past years back. You know, and which is wrong, you know, they get for respect people. They oversee so people then they do bad. People then they do bad, but any beats and kick them, so they can't go before the courts of law and try them. And then the other thing again, AAA is that what me they beg people for. This government, it don't come, then they just for 5 years. Let us support the government, let us help them, let them do their best, let them able to succeed in this stoppage of this COVID spreading disease in the country. After 5 years, if we see they don't work, we can go back to the ballot box and then take them out. But we don't need for the grand create chaos because some other people then they tell people and they pass wrong information just for create chaos. Because you understand, they say they know they are. It's not about that. This is about the country. This is a national issue. You understand? So people that we need for land, but Sierra Leoneans, we are not learning. The lawlessness is bokuna the country, people. That one in anger for stop. Attitudinal change. President Kuma been talking about this attitudinal change. It's still a problem in the country. That is why lawlessness is too much. So me, they talk to me people. Make we just adhere. Make we adhere. I'm not trying to be law-abiding citizen. When 5 years reach, we go back to the box, and then if we remove the president, we remove him by the box and come with somebody else and we try somebody else. That is my own take. Thank you very much, Sleepaway.
Thank you very much, Hadnox. Thank you.
Thank you, too.
And officially, right now inside Sierra Leone, the lockdown is over. Officially, the lockdown is over. Yes, caller, you there live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
No, my name is Brahma. I call from New Jersey.
You get the platform, Brahma.
Yeah, people, I'll tell you thank you for the opportunity. What you want to talk first now about that OSD, what they attack. This again our problem we get. We need to respect the rule of law. We need to respect law, the ordinary man. I want to go attack a police officer. Irrespective of what happened. If they do something bad, when I call a fellow police officer them, let them deal with them. Let them arrest them, and go resolve everything else for resolve. Why would I go attack her? In the first place, I mean, during that time, the middle under lockdown. I know all the command at the post come, they didn't expect the distance, no nothing. When I can't come attack, you're gonna attack that one, when I can't attack the policeman. I don't care what you do. That one day, the terrible, the embarrassed, they're not going to do that one day. And therefore, I expect people and will do things like that one day. Then, to question actually waiting we learn from the lockdown, waiting we learn is just like what we talked up to yesterday, we talk about. We forget the basics first and salon. When they build holes, the first thing, you need a strong foundation. If you don't get a strong foundation, if not 2 and 1 foundation you build, where you don't build, unless if you don't build a house, you don't pan them. If you don't pan them, you can get good foundation. Now, the situation is alone. We don't get good foundation. We not get the basics. We want water, light, then two things, and we not get them. So long as everybody in that country, the last man at that last village, now bien go, bien kenema, bien makeni, utloko, they all need to get light and water. Now when we get that one correctly, before any other thing now can come on top. So now that we learn, because we see what happen. This water and light. I'm talking about yesterday and I'm talking about today. Why make the government and when they come? If now then teaching and they said that 5 years, una put attention and say, this first 5 years, we will make sure that everybody in this country get water and light. Then we can go for one. Again, I hate for sound political, but I'm not saying enough for our election is coming 3 years time. Young people and make sure of it say before they need anywhere the politician they listen to. That will be the first thing I manifest for promise for bringing water and light to everybody in that country. If you don't get that in that manifesto, we will not vote for her. But we don't say that's not going to be for Apple. Because our people in back, we can vote out of sentiment. But again, they get for sort that out. Now that's not the basic. Now that's not the foundation. So long as you don't get water and light for everybody in that country, it will be difficult. This year, exposure. Thanks very much. I will continue for listening. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Brahma. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yes, caller, I did live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yes, this is Omar. I call from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
You get a platform, Omar.
Yes. For the most part, I think Sierra Leoneans they do well on the lockdown. You know, like I mean, they say change is very difficult. You know, that 3 days they are not saying not to that the people they expect for B, but anything they introduce, even things if we want to implement, the pilot and force, you know, they see how and they go, I go, and you extend them. Now that make try to be recommend that 3 days. Now that people are not get the feel of them, then be able to extend them. That are not enough for the good of the country, and then the people over there for keep that everybody's safe and well. You know, so that part there, I think people are they don't behave well. Of course, some mishaps they don't do it. Where that gun business don't kind of other stuff, but I think most part they don't do well. Now, one other thing about that mob justice, very, very, very troubling stuff down in Freetown. Not just Freetown itself, in Sierra Leone in general. I know somebody be don't mention, even Ghana says something that like that they be happy. Being one eye opener. Freetown, I've been did it. I think I've been mentioned that before. Then I site. I do some construction stuff. So me the boys they went to work for me. They then I site. All of a sudden, we just somebody say thief. Just that people don't even understand what to go on, what to go on. Whether they take stick, whether they take knife, whether they take this, then they converge on that person there. It is really dangerous. The mob justice and waiting save that boy. Now the workman and decide today. Now they save him. Not knowing that this person and Sabi and well, there's an active man. No, this person I think will go around for find a job to do. Then me man and then I decided that then save this man. If you know that man for don't kill him. You see the population where they converge to. In fact, me say take a stand. Then come to that boy, they go on my side, you go hide there, the one can take over there, they say, hey, they will come for Canada. I say, no, anybody, you move past this demarcation line here for Canada side, you're in trouble. Now that ain't prevent them for, not for do what they want for do. So that mob justice is very, very dangerous in that country. They need for really stop that one day. Therefore put an end to that day. Now, it could get law enforcement. Anything will happen, you go complain. Let the people away, the right people away, where Sabi handle cases and they for handle. Instead of you go away, you don't know nothing where they're happy. You don't even know what the situations. If you just go jump into it, for let you take part no more in that. They're very dangerous. The another team backward one bring I don't say 1 point below there. I don't say I said two and other people if they don't bring this contribution stuff. I don't say prominent American president we don't want to say. Now ask what your country they do for you. What you they do for your country. Now that you need for look for. As Sierra Leone say, oh, they're the diaspora. We were the over and we'll get opportunity for every people the way then they suffer. And I don't see almost everybody like this where they listen to this radio station, they don't mention that the water business, light business. It's a big problem. From long time ago, we don't get this. We waited and some people that we need to form a team. And the team self will form now because we see me so me any to come with an authentic thing and for allow we mobilize people and for do stuff here. I'm more than willing for do that. You know, not just for talk no more, but people are different. What you for don't do, I know say the Miller Tank said and excellent, brilliant insights then and the way people and bring come. What you mean they recommend? We will put money there. And this are like a continuous basis for they do this. If we don't know, say guaranteed because most people they will think, well, let me say, some people they will think you make the organization not go farther. When I begin something, then begin see fishy stuff them the counting, then withdraw. You don't really send people out in that group there. We're not fine. What did we mean to recommend? We will gather that money there. You could go now Guma Valley, go now strategic areas there. Especially with the poorest places. We'll go talk to Goma Valley, draw water there, make it like a public, thing maybe to say people in that area, then go able to get water from that. The pump, they run. If you do that Miller tank, of course you go provide stuff that about, you're not going to be consistent. You're not going to be a need for the flow every time. If Nadando will try for achieve. You go now 2-3 strategic places there where water business a problem. You start that the force. Anything you begin on small. Once you don't begin on small, people that don't get the mindset there, you begin spread them up now the city. You spread them up now the city, when I don't complete that mission, they will begin going to the provinces there now. You go now Kenima, you go now Bo, go now Kono. Now so we get for. But this, now we say self get for handle this, not the government. You see this? When we don't do this kind of thing, people don't see the government self where they come. Saying citizens they're strong and get good backbone for let them continue this kind of stuff. Because see the government self not go play. So then say go take up some other items where they're not the list. If not lights now or if not some other thing. But we need for do something for we country. We're not just ask the government for do something. That's it. Then they say that prominent president say don't ask what the government will do for you, but what you will do for your country. Now that they will need for put in place. I mean, when you say me so I don't say I don't brag for any stuff, but my own small stuff where I able get every time. I could be more than willing for us see people the way they're destitute there, they suffer. Every day I sleep, I get that in me aid. Me then I live life okay or fine. People in there, water safe for drink, they don't get. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. That's a disgrace.
Thank you very much, Omar. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay. Make we count Aisatu, make you can give your contribution, then you go give you an update. Yes, Aisatu, you get a platform.
Hi, good evening, AAA, good evening, everybody. One for start by saying that I commend the president for the measures that we don't put in place. At the same time, I want to tell the Salon, Fambud and Tenki, because most of them, majority of them, abide to the lockdown, protocols then we then put in place for ensure say, for ensure say. So I want to tell the Salon people and thank you. I know say maybe out of the whole population, about 90-something% abide to the rules and regulations that we then put in place for ensure they follow everything the president say for let them do under this lockdown. Then the rest of the people that will not decide for listening and decide for go create violence. We want to tell them say that no to the way out at this moment right now, no to violence. This moment right now for fetch how we go able to make sure say this virus not take over Sierra Leone. We already they see what's going around the world. Don't not forget, and we see other countries there they put measures in place where we say that nobody they broke that law. If they broke the law, then they fine you. Everybody to worry about in life right now. So I really want the one that we not understand this yet, let them try to understand. And the government again, we even though with the time can 40 it don't do, but we also they call on them say, well now we don't do this 3 days lockdown. Wait till you don't see really the problem at the country. You don't see say water. Now the biggest problem in that country. You don't see say light. Now other big problem within the country. We they beg them. We really want to let them take them focus now onto them two things they have. So for the next I believe almost 3 years we left for them term. Let them put those things in place. Let them make sure that are the priority. Because people we don't cry, we don't ask, we don't talk about it. If we don't get in two things in our country, it's very hard for like any Sierra Leonean where they live abroad feel say it could go back home and go sit down at our country day. Because some of we really don't begin to think of that. But how we go really do that when say where you go, like there's a lot of question mark about whether you really want to stay in that country day. And the people that let them not begin act irrational, really not tell well. And then the other thing about healthcare workers then, yes, we all anywhere you are, we see healthcare workers or law enforcement officers then, when they risk their life for go out there for make sure say people they're healthy, for make sure say people they're safe, give them ride, give them things the way you feel say it go help them go now their job, make sure they do their job correctly. Because we wouldn't so then they provide lodging for people that we want for stay, close by, like hotels and they offer. And then they also provide transportation when our car rentals, or child care services, all them are then they available to the healthcare workers them. Where you say sometimes people are not even utilize them. Why? Everybody gets, you just worry about how best it can, make a difference in this whole outbreak when you go on at the country. And then, let the government look into that money that we then give for say for COVID-19, how they will use them for help the country, let them not feel say, what something in our country, it devastates the nation. So let them use their money then they really for the water business. Let them just take that money then put on anything else. Let them know say water, in a partner like a treatment, I'll say it's somewhat a treatment towards this COVID-19. Because you know what? Then they tell you say wash you on. Then they tell you say you stay away from crowd. But how you go wash you on if you want to in the country? So now some of the things and then this. And it's very difficult for people then, follow law. Where we say then they lack so many of the basic necessities that we will need in our life. Those are fundamental things, we will all need. And the other thing, I want to really thank Osman Tolly. You're out there. You should really stay safe. We're glad to get you back in the program. And that analysis what you do is very helpful, and we want for and thank you for that. And really, and in terms of the other thing with the last caller talk about, yes, we do want to have things that we can do as diasporans that our country day. Really, something will go be a very big thing where we say themselves, the politicians themselves will sit down and ask themselves. But how we go do that? We also be committed. Not to everybody committed. Now the problem Dandy. I know most people don't want to, maybe in our circumstances, but you know what? Everything now small it start. You start something small, it will get there. So far, we really want to tell everybody thank you, for the one that already don't donate. I think, we really don't see a big turnout, for that. Thank you so much, everyone. Do you have anything? Because I'm...
Okay, it's fine. Thank you very much for the update, Idongiri. Thank you.
Since you have a list, maybe if you want to just name them, but we're happy, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get some news about, whether, they were able to complete the order that we placed. The order is already placed. We've made a deposit, like you said yesterday, and we're really waiting for the whole thing to be over. And we want to continue. And I want everybody to understand, say, this now a charity foundation, who they register, who they make sure, say, not to any kind, something where they start today and stop tomorrow. We already don't start that process. The application in process. The next step now the 501, a 501c3, where this is now need for as a tax exempt, stuff. So this is nothing that's going to start and then end. By the grace of Allah, I believe that. Okay, so I want everybody to know that. And please join me, and Lord, make a difference in Sierra Leone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Esato. Thank you. Before I go give the update on how far we don't go with the donation, I just one or two things I want to come with concerning waiting we learn inside this 3 days lockdown. Freetown City Council, then say they try for help some communities them with food items during this lockdown. Then go to the West. The West say, what thing? When I give you the items, then we they cook for we save. Then go to the East say, no. When I organize we make we cook. Then all man out them pan, we can give them their own food out of waiting we cook. And this are the people them waiting at the different neighborhoods them that then come together. The council provide the items then for cook, then out pan, then eat. When they go to the West say no. Now, deprived communities then too, not of say where we say West, if you say deprived communities, then not the. No, you name, even if you say Hill Station, they have deprived communities, then they. So, not of say. And one thing where people learn, communication not there. Communication not there. And some areas them not able to get help, while some other areas then get more than the help they need. Because when you talk about deprived communities, as you say deprived communities in Salone, what do they think? Moaf, Big Waf, Kobe, like those places. So all the one they want help, then just the flood na them places then they. Forgetting say there are other communities them where then are certain areas then where you feel say those areas they are well to do, but they still get deprived people the more they live there. So then they say, you see, some people them, even though then communities they don't go give them, when they come back then they say they don't give them more, then they still collect. You think say they go say they don't give we? When I go give them one then they under. But I believe say now the lack of communication in that area there. And the Minister of Health and Sanitation talks something today. He say then they can begin provide insurance package for healthcare workers then. See, then they're on the talks now for provide insurance package with the National Insurance Company, when are the government-owned insurance, for make then see how best they can able get a scheme where healthcare workers then go be insured. It's a good start. It's a good start. We just hope, not to say because of the COVID-19, where some of the healthcare workers then they hold back, say, because of what happened in Ebola. Some man feel, say, they were abandoned. Some man feel, say, they not take care of them. So then they're afraid for put their life in the front line. Say, because the government's not going to get them back. So, in trying to resolve this issue, now that one they then come up with. And I believe, we all want the best for Saloon. Because we want the best for Sierra Leone, now make we na Sierra Network take up on we serve. We na Sierra Network, we take up on we serve for make we able for bring help to the people of Sierra Leone. And we talk on where we launch the program on Saturday, where we say we want for do donation. But on Friday, Sierra Network, me and Aisatu, we go ahead and make donation at the Poti community. We be donate them Veronica buckets them to people them we no get. The buckets them for wash their hands. We donate them with tissue and soap with the bucket and the little bucket and even the table or the stool or the standing outside the buckets them for day. We do all that. It's an entire package. And so we donate them. Then after that, we been get a talk, say, you know it in why we know, because then get a new one now we don't come when at the Miller tank, where you get pedal where the press, where the water go come out, then you no need for open nothing, just a foot pedal. Where you press, then you get the soap come out. So we'll be discussing, you know it in, let's go ahead and inform the family, the Sierra Network family, how best we all can come on board for make areas then a Saloon we really need them, go get them. And we be go ahead, even before we can announce, we be don't go ahead and try for putting the order, because I say the order, they take time, and also now 5 na the minimum. And so we decide for go with the minimum when at 5. Each one cost 1.7 million, but you get for come with all the other things, and because we did do banner, we did do poster, and all the other things. Then we get definitely people we don't rise to the occasion from where we announce them now on Saturday to date, because we just hope say if everything go well after the lockdown, we want for do the donation after this particular lockdown. We don't done now. So we go get for check tomorrow outside and they produce the tanks them and see if they're all ready or when they go ready. Then we see how we go able to make the deliveries them, even though not to the same place. And then tanks and then get for load down, so get for need like transport and also you get for need water. So it's quite a little bit challenging, but we want to say thank you to all the people them. We get people them we don't already donate, like Bintu Sama, we get Aisatu, Kake Jallo, we get Joseph Mansare, Mohamed Jallo, we get Tony Toure Jones, Frank Rogers, George Kamara, Amadou Sisse, Adama Kajwe, Mohamed Kamara, Salimatu Mansare, Rugetu Bangura, and Umu Lebi. These are the people them we don't donate to we up to date. We get people them we don't donate, we they don't go Saloon, but we not pick them yet. Where we pick them, we go announce the names them. But yes, we get people them we send their own direct Saloon because they're not in the state or not the UK or get PayPal or Cash App or Zelle. We able for send them because now that means then they use. But we definitely get people them we donate na Saloon, then send their own streets na Saloon. We get person like Michael Boma, now from Australia, in send your own streets na Saloon. And we get, if they call names, I better call everybody name. Therefore, look for this other one. Yes, then we get Mohammed K. Conte instead of sending on Nasalon. Michael and Mohammed added to the names them we are called. Adam Amansaye say, be no for the donation. Well, you don't know now. He say how much for donate. It's up to you. It left to you how much you want donate. How much you want donate. In Atoma, Soya, he say, here we go, talking about money and donation. It is all about money. In Atoma, I don't know if I first and this for join we, but I make I can welcome people and welcome on board. This is a network. This is a family. We want to see Salon go before. And maybe you come me to, they talk about money, but not to that they were there for. But however, when duty calls, we get for answer and make the people know na Salon say, then get fumble them way then at the diaspora, we care for them and want to make them wash their hand. This particular time where COVID-19, one of the fundamental things where they tell people them, na for wash their hand. So now I make we talk about this. So if now the first time this you come here, understand we waiting, we learn at table. Adama, the number for the Cash App. Look up the screen, the US number. 90 for the Cash App. The US number. The number where you can call. 90 for the Cash App. I think you don't get that one day. Now here we go left everything for today. Now here we go left everything for today. Tomorrow, we dey try forget Daddy Saj, Joseph Cole, we na Sierra Leonean, we test positive for the COVID-19, but don't again in strength back. One make we can talk to him. Make we hear waiting any advice and things them. So we go bring and kind of the program tomorrow. Now we go get before we go deal with other things them. Like I said, now yeah, we go end everything for today. Till we meet again tomorrow. Tiki Polese, Tata.